Alright, hello and welcome back everybody. Sir Adrian here to film the Americans' turn in our current game of Global Empires 1915, titled Operation Growing Storm, where we are in the summer 1920. So, we'll do the tech first because what I'm buying might change depending on what I get for tech. So we still have the 1, 2, 3, 4 tech rolls, the 3 factories plus the free roll. We'll try to go for infantry. We'll try to go for uh, hmm. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then doctrine in the air domain, bomber, and fighters. So we'll roll those 3 out. So miss on a 4 for bombers, fighters, and air doctrine on a 10 and an 11 respectively are a success. So the Americans move to expeditionary airfields, and then for doctrine they move to stage 4, and they don't get nothing for either of those. And then for infantry, that's our last roll. We'll roll this and see what we get. A 7, so that's a success. So the Americans now have second generation infantry. I think, yeah, they all get automatically upgraded. I'll just double check, 'cause I think that's the case. Excuse me. Yeah, so now, whoops, sorry about that. Yeah, so now we can build infantry, colonial infantry, foreign legion, Gurkhas, airborne marines, etc., etc. So all early versions of these units are automatically upgraded, even if not accessible by supply path. Automatic upgrade of existing early colonial infantry costs 1 IPP each, or they must be converted to a militia unit. And I don't think, oh yeah, so for the states we only have these 2 units. For colonial, I believe that should be it. Yes, so just those 2. So these, if we want them upgraded, or 3, sorry, one here as well, we have to pay 1 IPP. So we'll go ahead and do that right away for those to be upgraded. And then we'll go ahead and replace everything else. So that's a regular infantry. Or sorry, not, it stays a colonial, just a regular colonial instead of a militia. So that becomes a regular colonial. That one does as well. And that one as well. And some of the hitboxes on this really need to be adjusted. Okay, well, we'll just put them down here. There we go. And then all the early infantry automatically get upgraded to second generation infantry. Put that one in Rio. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 in here. 1 in Ecuador. This one on the transport. None down here. one in the Great Lakes. One over here. 4 in New York. Okay, that's it for all those. And then 2 over here. I wonder actually last turn if the second generation cavalry. Okay, they don't get upgraded, I don't think automatically. But then the mountain infantry do. If we have those, we also gotta change those out because we do have a couple of those. So, none over there. So it should just be here. Yeah, so that one gets Appalachia is upgraded. These 2 in the Great Lakes are upgraded. And the one in the northeastern USA is upgraded. All right, there we go. So now purchases. We're gonna buy some regular infantry, but we have to place them at factories now because you don't use manpower anymore. So I believe it's the same for colonial infantry units. So second generation infantry, yeah, they cost 3 each. That factory will buy a fighter for 10. So I believe it's 10. Yeah, for 10. So fighter for 10. We'll actually buy 2 fighters. Why not? We'll spend 2. We did take a territory last turn, so we have a free diplomacy roll. No, I forgot to mark it. But we'll spend 2 to try to influence Japan. And then we'll buy heavy artillery for, or no, we'll just buy some regular infantry. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 2 of them. 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we'll buy 9. So there you go. That'll be all 31 IPP spent. So we'll go ahead and roll for Japan, and for the free diplomacy roll, we will try to go for Bolivia. Why not? So Bolivia will have as this yellow one, the orange one as Japan. So both need a 3 or less. So success for Bolivia. So Bolivia moves to stage 1 for the Americans. In terms of attacks, get the easy ones out of the way. We'll raid the East African line. Black will be the attacker, red the defender. We're each at +1. So that's 3 to 4. So no damage for us here. He gets to roll his defense with the anti-submarine warfare at a 2. Miss. Nothing happens there. We'll have the American sub here move 1-2 and try to raid the East Asian line. So we'll be at a +2. Black Dice is the attacker. He'll be at a +1. So 6 to 4. So we do the 2 damage. He gets his defense roll at a 2. Ooh, lucky. And that's a hit, so he sinks our sub. But we do manage to do 2 damage to the British. And we will try to raid the East Atlantic line at a +1. Black, the attacker, once again. So 4 to 4, no damage, and then he gets his response at a 2. And nothing happens there. So that's it for those. We will try to bomb with the airship, the major shipyard in San Francisco. So on a 1 to a 4, that's damage. Anything else is a miss. Okay, so we miss. Then there's the anti-aircraft inherent defenses at a 1. And that's a miss, so nothing happens there. And our airship will land back in the western United States. Otherwise, let's see here. We will have a transport with the pre-dread and the early cruiser that will come out of port. And we'll have the torpedo boat destroyer. Actually, no. The torpedo boat destroyer will bring it out of port, but we'll just, it'll stay in the sea zone. So that'd be non-combat, but we'll do it now. We will pick up an infantry unit from Rio and one from Pampas, and we will attempt to amphibiously assault into Uruguay. And we will also have a fighter taking part in that battle from Rio. For other combat, we'll have 3 second-generation infantry, along with the other fighter from Rio, attacking into Paraguay. We will have a second-generation infantry and the early tank we can't have. Okay. And the early cavalry attempt to attack into Peru, along with these units, the early tank and the second generation infantry that'll be amphibiously assaulting, supported by the pre-dread and the dreadnought. And I'm assuming this, torpedo would destroy, as far as I'm aware, that's still in port. If that's not the case, we'd have this torpedo destroyer, but I'm pretty sure it is. Actually, you know what? Instead, I think we'll have these units attack from the landward side, but these units, they'll attempt to amphibiously assault into Chile instead, is what we'll do. Yeah, we'll try to do that instead. And then other than that, we will have transport will pick up this early tank in Ecuador, and it will drop it off in a walk-on attack in the Galapagos Islands. So we'll just do that now, so the Americans take over that. And then this transport, we will move that back a space to A36, along with these two torpedo destroyers, and this other destroyer as well. Okay, so we'll roll those out. So we'll start with the Uruguay attack. And we'll have this second. No, never mind. We'll leave that as is, I think. Okay, so we have a pre-dreadnought and a cruiser. So pre-dreadnought should be bombarding at A2. Yep. And the early cruiser at a 1. So the red dice will be for the pre-dreadnought at a 2. Black will be for the early cruiser at a 1. Doing offshore bombardment. Ooh, that was very close, but not quite. Then we have our fighter attacking at a 6. Yep, attacking at a 6. Use the red dice for that. Miss. Then we have our 2 second generation infantry. There's no terrain there, so they should attack at a regular 2. Yep. We'll do that. 2 at 2. So we got the hit we needed, and then the Uruguayan militia responds on a 2. And that's a miss. So the Americans successfully conquer Uruguay. This fighter can't land there, I believe, because we just took it, so it'll land back in Pampas. But these 2 infantry units can land there, and these units will just stay put where they are. For the battle in Paraguay, again, no border terrain, no mountain terrain, nothing like that. Or no border terrain or regular terrain in the territory. It's just flat. So we have 2 infantry attacking at 2. That's the hit we needed. Just in case, we'll roll the fighter. And the fighter got the hit as well. And the Paraguayan militia responding on a 2. That's a miss. So that battle went very successfully. And the Americans conquer Paraguay, which is worth an IPP. And same thing, this fighter will land it back in Pampas. Yep, so Paraguay is worth an IPP, so we're at 35. So again, 2 diplomacy rolls for everybody because of those 2. Now for the Peru attack. So we have a second generation infantry, which will be at a 1, which will be for the red dice. This is mountain terrain. And then the early cavalry unit normally attacks at a 2, but it'll be at a 1 because of the mountain terrain. So 2 at 1. Snake eyes on 10s, misses. Germans have a militia defending at A2. That's a hit. We will lose the early cavalry. We'll press the attack. 1 at 1. Miss. 1 defending at A2. And that's a hit. So that battle is over. Us. Yep, and then we'll try the Chile one. So pre-dread will be bombarding at a 2, which will be the black dice. And the red dice will be the dreadnought, which is also at a 2. Yep, also at a 2 in this version. So we'll use both these red dice. So 2 at 2, doing offshore bombardment. So no hits. We have our, this is mountain terrain in Chile. So we have our second generation infantry, which will be at a 1. That's a miss. Tank can't offload the first round of combat. He has a German infantry defending at a 4. Miss. And the militia at a 2. Oh, and that's the hit he needed. So that one's eliminated. And the tank can't offload because there's no surviving infantry, so that battle is over. And otherwise, that should be it. Yep, that's it for now for attacks. Non-combat, we'll move this early tank from the southeastern USA into the Carolinas. We'll move this artillery from New Orleans into Appalachia. Otherwise, that's fine. These 2 transports, strategic naval, move them from New York. 1, 2, 3. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down to Rio. Yep, down to Rio. These 2 pre-dreads. No, we'll keep those ships where they are. And I think otherwise that is it. Yep, that should be it. Now just, placing our units. So we will build a fighter at the minor factory at Rio, fighter at the minor factory in Katinga. Build a regular infantry, the minor factory in New Orleans, or with the minor factory there. We'll build one in Texas, and we'll build one in the Great Lakes. No, we'll move one from the southwest into the western United States, and then we'll build, the one that we had put near the Great Lakes. We'll build that one instead in the southwestern United States. And I think we'll move, yeah, we'll move an artillery over there as well. Yep, otherwise that should be it for the USA's turn. So we will collect our base of 35 IPP plus 1 in trade with Venezuela for 36 IPPs. Saved up for the next turn. And otherwise, we can go ahead and hand things on off to the Germans.